Welcome back to another grocery haul. This week was a big one, but that's also because I stocked up on a lot of meat for the freezer. So let's just go through everything. I have spinach. I'm going to use that for some curry and maybe a meal with some chicken. And I have some asparagus to go with a meal for lunch. Just chicken and asparagus, I think I'm going to do. Or I'll see what else I have in the freezer. Or I have some pork chops that I can use as well. Some cilantro for, I'm going to use the stems for a curry paste and the leaves for a salsa. And the tomatoes, I have two kinds. One is going to go in the salsa and one in the curry, or maybe I'll use a mix of both in both of those. I also got a bunch of chilies for the salsa and peppers. I'm also going to use the peppers for stuffed peppers and all kinds of things. You know, I love my peppers. I have Napa cabbage for stir fry and some apples for snacking. I still have a lot of mandarin oranges left over from last week, so I went easy on the fruit this time. And I have some grapes for snacking, and also I'm going to do a cheese plate, as you'll see with all the things I've got. A charcuterie board. Some shallots to roast with the roasted salsa, some regular onions because I'm almost out, some cucumber that I'm going to use for some sushi with some salmon, and I think I've got all the produce. On produce this week I spent 14 euros and 40 cents. Then before I forget, some household. This is just a refill for one of those dispensers that you pull paper towel out of. And it was on cashback from an app that I used that I talked about last week as well, Scoopy, and that came down to €1. So I still have left, but you know, I'm not gonna pass up a deal on that. So yeah, that was €1. Then meat and dairy. I got some oak smoked pancetta that I might use for my cheese board, but I think I'm gonna save that for Christmas to wrap around some asparagus or green beans or something like that. Some bresaola for the charcuterie board. I got some roasted pork for sandwiches tomorrow. Some 5 different kinds of cheese. So there's a blue cheese in there and some soft cheese and some harder cheese. So that should be delicious. And some different dried sausages for the charcuterie board. I had a coupon for ground chicken, so I stocked up on that. I might use that, or at least part of that, for my stuffed peppers, but part of it is also going to go in the freezer, I think. Some pork chops, because just for the freezer, I needed to stock up. Some chicken. This is just tenders because the tenders are cheaper, and if I use a stir fry, it doesn't really matter what shape my chicken breast comes in. And just some whole chicken breasts and some chicken thighs just to stock up for the freezer. I usually buy that once a month, and then I have a big block of cheese for quesadillas on Wednesday. And yeah, just for everything, just have cheese on hand. No, that's not meat. So I have some bacon bits just for stocking up, because I think next week I'm going to do hutspot, which is mashed potatoes mashed with carrots and onions, and I'll put some bacon pieces in that. So it was on sale this week, so I stocked up. So all the meat and dairy came down to 70 euros and 13 cents. That was a big expense this week, but a lot of it is for this cheese plate and for the freezer. So, and then we just have everything else. I used the last of my baking powder this week for my low carb rolls with my burgers. I got some pickles for the cheese board. They had the small things of canned vegetables on sale, so I usually buy corn. They're at 5 for $3.99. So, but instead of all corn, I got one chickpeas because I kind of like chickpeas, and I usually do them from dried. But this time I thought, you know what? Sometimes it's just easy to have like a tin already made instead of having to soak them and cook them. So if I just need a small amount, then I have some different crackers for my charcuterie board, some stock cubes, beef and vegetable because I ran out. I got some stola. That's traditional bread that we have in the Netherlands, and I think also Germany. That's filled with fruit and almond paste in the center. That is for Christmas, and it was on sale this week, so I stocked up already. I got my chocolate for the week, my favorite brand. I have some dark milk and some milk chocolate with nougat. Then I have my 1 bag of chips for the week, and I did cheat a little bit. I got these 2 little bags of pretzel crackers, one with jalapeno, one with cheddar cheese, because I've never seen them before and I wanted to try. And then for lunch and dinner, I have some steamed buns, and I have some ready-made sandwiches that just need to go in the oven. I don't know yet which I'm going to do for lunch, which for dinner, but that's I have it already. And then I have some rolls for lunch tomorrow with the pork. So, and that all came down to 29 euros and 62 cents. So the grand total for this week was 115 euros and 15 cents. And converted into dollars, that's $121.25. So if you want to see what I do with all my produce, how I prep that for the week, I always do Sunday prep day. This time I'm actually going live, so if you want to check out tomorrow, I'll do Sunday prep day live and you can answer questions. It will be at 3 p.m. Dutch time. And if you go to my page, I'll have the different time zones listed there. So yeah, but yeah, I do this every week, so check out the playlist, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.